Hi, I'm Julia Henze, an artist, urban sketcher, and art teacher dedicated to guiding you on your creative journey. I'm also the founder of Brave Brushes Studio, a membership for amateur artists and urban sketchers that will help you unlock your creativity and find peace and joy in the process. This week, we're going back to basics. You'll learn how to turn this cute shack into a quick but engaging sketch with a graphite pencil. This medium is often overlooked when people start sketching because it doesn't feel as exciting as playing with watercolor or alcohol markers. But graphite pencil is perfect for practicing precision in your line work, shading, and textures. It will also train your eye to focus on value contrast, which is such an important skill to master if you want to create lively paintings. Okay, so for this tutorial we will only need a graphite pencil and an eraser, and I'm going to use this Ellington very beautiful graphite pencil, a mechanical graphite pencil, but you can use any graphite pencil you want. I prefer softer graphite pencils, like B or maybe 2B even. But if you prefer a harder one, go ahead and use a harder one. Okay, so what is important thing here for drawing with a graphite pencil and actually with drawing any sketch? The bigger the sketch is, the longer it takes to finish it. So we will draw quite small. Okay, and we will start with the global shapes. What does it mean? It means that we draw the objects, the contour, the global shapes of the objects first. And here we have this, the roof of the house. Maybe we need a little bit more space on this side for the mill, for the windmill. And let me see. We don't care about the proportions that much at this point, just because it's not very important here, I think. You can see that the roof of the house is a little bit wonky, so we can draw it like this. This side is lower than that side because of the perspective. Important thing to check. And here we have some plants. Okay, so we actually have pretty much the whole picture, except the windmill. I think that's an important thing to add. Here we can use a circle to draw this round part first, and then we draw the separate parts. And then let's add some windows, a little bit of perspective here, a window here, and the windows are not that wide, a little bit narrower here. The door is lower than the window. This window is on the same level as the left one, and they have their bottoms on the same level. That's an important detail. Okay, so now we have the most important shapes and the details of the house. Okay, we also have the background here. Oh, maybe the bottom of the mill. It's not very clear now what it is, so I refine the lines a little bit more. Add the lines here. And we have this background, the mountains in the background. It's important to draw the horizon line on the same level on both sides, of course. And here we add the shapes of the mountains, something like this. It's not very important what it exactly the exact shape of the mountains is not that important. It's not about that. The house is here the main object. Okay, now let's add some shadows and the textures, and just look at the picture here. For example, I see that the window is dark. Let's draw a smaller part inside this shape. So we have the frame, and here for the window, and I don't know, I actually like to draw the door. There is no door, but there is only the door opening, but I think it would be kind of fun to add the door as well. Okay, and now we can add some shadows here under the roof. This shadow is also quite dark, so I press quite hard on my pencil, but not too hard. I don't want to to break it, of course. And here, let's make this shadow a bit darker, and also here we have the darker part. And let's draw some plants in the foreground. Again, I don't care that much about the exact shape of what I see or it's not very important, but I just create an impression of this scene. And for the roof, it's a little bit difficult to see what the texture exactly is on the roof, so I prefer to draw textures like this, just parallel lines, and it always actually works for the roofs, for any pretty much always. Okay, something like this. I think that will be cool. Here we also have some planks, of course, but I can see that there are different parts, so it's also easier to draw it into parts, because then we don't need to draw very long lines. And I draw the upper part first, and then add the lines of the lower part, and maybe add a shadow. There is no shadow, I can see it, but I just think it will work better this way. Sometimes we have to make up something to make our pictures look even more interesting and beautiful. And as an artist, it's a good idea to make your own impression of what you see. Not copy the reality exactly. For that you already have a camera on your phone. And for sketching, we can use our imagination and draw what we want. It's, by the way, a very good practice for drawing straight lines. Okay, here we have some textures on the ground, some textures in the background. Let's add the shadows to the mill. Here, different short lines suggesting there is something happening in the background. Sometimes we can press less hard on our pencils and create a lighter tone. And also here, hatching. I press quite light at my pencil. And here I want to make this door a bit dark. It's still textured, but because it's deeper than the wall. And let's add here a little bit more shadow, like this. Maybe here some. And this one could also be a bit darker and longer, or bigger, actually. We can now draw out these parts of the mill. Add some shadows that we see here. I don't make up anything, just draw what I see. And let me see, maybe we can add some darker points here and there, just to emphasize the line. And I don't know, I would actually add a contour of the plants in the foreground, just to create more depth in the picture. And now I think it's actually a finished artwork. A very quick exercise for your for sketching with a pencil. And we didn't need an eraser, right? This video was inspired by a question from a member of Brave Brushes Studio on another member's artwork. I wanted to share this technique with you all because graphite pencil is such an accessible and effective medium on its own. By varying the pressure, you can create so much interest and texture in your sketch. And with a graphite pencil and a small sketchbook, your first travel sketching kit is ready. Let me know in the comments how you felt sketching with a graphite pencil today compared to a fine liner or a colored pencil. And if you post your sketch on Instagram, make sure you tag me at Julia_Henze. I can't wait to see what you create. Happy sketching, guys, and I'll see you next week.